Alright, what's up guys, it's Abezy from Atlanta FaZe, and today I'm going to be going into the best settings on Black Ops 6.
Obviously, a lot of this stuff is preference depending on how you play the game. You play claw, you play tactical, you play whatever you play is going to be different for everyone. The main sense of you are playing on is 7-7, so if I were you, I'd play around 6-6 to 8-8 depending on, you know, whatever you prefer. If you like higher sense, play on 8-8. If you like being in the middle, play on 7-7. I think almost 90% of the pros right now are playing on 7-7, so that's really, you know, personal preference. See, for me personally, I use stick and move, which is like, it's like a weird setting where basically you jump with your right stick. And I also play with the L1 and R1 flipped, so I shoot with my bumpers instead of my triggers. This is preference too. Dead zone is big. Right now, I play with my left stick on 0. In the left stick max, this is a weird one. A lot of pros right now are playing between like 60 to like 80 on their left stick max, because apparently it makes your movement feel a lot cleaner and a lot smoother. So at the moment, I think I'm on 70 if I'm not mistaken. And then on my right stick minimum, if I were you, I wouldn't play anything under 3. It really depends on the controller you have. Like, some people get blessed with like their sticks being like really good, and if they play on 2, then they won't really have their screen like moving or like their crosshair moving, but most of the time it's around 3 is the sweet spot. I know a lot of people have to play on like 5 to 6 or 7 if their sticks are kind of like older, or they've been using the controller for a long time, because their screen will move a lot if they don't have it on higher. Right now I think I'm on 3. Right stick max, I always have it on like 99, and then the left trigger and right trigger, I always have that on like 0 for like tax and things like that. So for aiming advanced settings, this is a big one. The first 2 don't really matter. If you want to, you can make your ADS sensitivity multiplier a little bit higher. It's going to make it to where when you aim in, your sense, depending on what your sense is, like, you know, to start like 6-6 or 7-7 or whatever it is, whatever that is, it's going to multiply it. So if you go up to like 1.10, you can multiply that like 6-6 by like 1.10. That's going to be your sense when you ADS, so it's going to be a little bit faster. You lower it, it's going to be a little bit slower. I don't change this. I play on 1, and yeah, I've never been like a big fan of the multipliers, to be honest with you. But then we're going to go into aiming advanced settings. For this, the big thing here in these settings is make sure you change the sensitivity transition timing to instant. I know every game before this, the main, like, everyone played on instant. I'm pretty sure it automatically is default on gradual, so this is a big one to really change off the rip when you start playing the game, because like I said, every game before this was instant. It was automatically on instant, so if I were you, I'd play on instant. And then the next big one is aim response curve type. Play on dynamic. I think literally everyone plays on dynamic right now. I know there's some people that have theories that linear is like not bad, but overall for COD, dynamic's always been the best, so play on dynamic. The slope scale, I've always played on 1. I tested below 1 last year, wasn't a big fan of it, so I automatically just went back to 1. I think everyone usually plays on 1 when it comes to the slope scale. We can go over to the movement tab now. This is all kind of preference as well. Sprint assist, I think right now all the pros play with it on. If you're like more of a Warzone person, or you play pubs casually, I would suggest using tactical sprint assist. It's going to make it to where your gun just instantly tag sprints without even having to click in your left stick. So it's basically like ATS. And then obviously, oh yeah, these are big too. So the sprint assist delay, you want to make sure this is on 0. If it's on anything higher than that, it's going to make your movement feel a little off. So I would suggest putting this on 0. And then also make sure you turn on sprint assist sideways and sprint assist backwards. It's going to make it feel a lot cleaner for everything. Like, so when you want to go hit a like dirty slide backwards, you can do it. Or if you want to hit a dirty slide sideways, you can do it. Mantle assist, I have this turned off because I hate when it just mantles by itself sometimes. Crouch assist, I have that turned off. And then corner slice, this is a preference setting. I have it off. I've seen a few pros have it on. It's basically the thing where when you're up against a wall, it'll kind of turn your screen. I haven't really tested it to see if I don't think your character model actually turns. I think it actually will show your character model when you're aiming around corners. I'm not a big fan of it because I hate that my gun turns sideways when I'm looking around corners, so I have it turned off. Slide dive behavior, I know a few ARs play on slide only. I play on hybrid because obviously I like to dive whenever I can. It helps, you know, in competitive, it helps a lot being able to like dive around corners or bait for your teammates, things like that. So I have that on hybrid. But if I were you, I would not play on tap to slide or tap to dive, because there will be, I think there's like a slight delay with those two. So if I were you, make sure you're either on slide only or hybrid. Those are like the big two. Tactical sprint activation, a lot of people play on single tap run. This is like a big setting. I think the pros right now are playing on single tap sprint or double tap, depending. Single tap run is a cheese, and I don't think it's allowed right now. We're not allowed to play on that. So if I were you, I'd play on, I mean, depending on what you are, if you're like trying to compete or if you're trying to play Warzone, whatever. If you're playing Warzone, then I'd suggest playing on single tap run. It'll make your game flow super smooth, the movement. And then leave these two the same. Or actually plunging underwater, if I were you, I'd put it on free. It makes your movement in the water basically just feel a lot smoother. So if you want to go up, you just go up. You want to go down, you go down. I'm pretty sure with it on trigger, you have to like do some like, you have to like actually like trigger like it to go like up and down and stuff like that. So if I were you, I'd play on free. Sprinky door bash, play with it on. That's really it for the movement advanced settings. Vehicle advanced settings don't really matter. We'll go over to combat now. Weapon mounts, I have this turned off because we're not allowed to mount in competitive. Armor plate, depending on if you're Warzone, make sure this is on apply all, because that's going to help you a lot. I believe that's it for this page, and that's going to do it for the controller settings.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the best settings in Black Ops 6. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you have any questions or anything. And yeah, appreciate you guys.